Hello ladies and gents, it's Spoony Pizzas here with another Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 video, and today I'm doing a bit of a commentary over Liverpool against Barcelona, and this is actually a human player against an AI opponent, or CPU. Okay, so the player has Liverpool and he's up against Barcelona. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of commentary over the top, and I'm also going to freeze it in some areas to show you something you may, or some things you probably may have missed, which I found quite interesting. So yeah, obviously the usual build up, they've slightly changed it. I think it looks a lot cleaner, a lot more professional. How the layout's done looks really good. Liverpool flags waving in the background. I think that's really really good actually at Anfield. Under the lights and under the snow, Barcelona playing 4-4-2. So here we go, we're underway. You know, I've mentioned this many times already, but notice the disconnect between the ball and the player. It's really significant, like how long it takes the player to control the ball, and that applies not only to the player but also the AI. Which you're going to notice here, and look at that, the AI making a mistake. You know, that you probably wouldn't see that often in PES 2018. Look how long it takes him to control the ball. It took him he took a touch, and like I said, it takes a few split second to control the ball, and then Salah's able to nip in. He should have finished, but he simply put too much power on it. He did actually commentate to say that the Midnight Kid did say it was harder to score, but if you look at the amount of power he put on the shot, maybe they have adjusted the power sensitivity. But there's the first foul of the game, so those are worried about fouling. That's the first, and certainly towards the end of the game you'll see a few aggressive tackles going in, which I'll show you later. But yeah, Midnight Kid said you know, it's a lot harder to score. He would have put it away. I believe him. But they may have just adjusted the sensitivity on the shooting. But we'll have to wait and see until we get a hands on, or whether that was just an excuse. I really like the Midnight Kid. He's got a good channel, and he talks a lot of sense. One of the better ones out there, if you ask me. Okay, there's a nice little dynamic play here by Barcelona. You know, the way they're sort of probing is completely different to PES 2018. The way they dribble a lot more with the ball, and you're going to see the first goal here. So this is a nice little pass inside, like that, down the channel. Nice little flicked header, and then a volley. Lovely. Absolutely brilliant. That's one of the things I've really noticed with the AI, the creativity. They're so much more creative. You know, they're looking to create different types of goals in different types of ways, and I noticed that ball that they play there is actually does actually appear to be quite a common theme in this game. Actually, I believe this is on Superstar, so it's just beautiful. Look at this. See Suarez down the channel. Little flicked header. Messi just waits for the ball to drop and then uses that just to bend the ball past Karius. This is beautiful. Look at this. Oh, look at that. One of the things I have noticed is that I think this game is actually slower than PES 2018. Just the way the games are playing out that I've watched. It is hard to tell because obviously of the compression for recording, etc, etc, it can distort, you know, the gameplay, but I think it's just a lot slower, more considered. And you watch this here from when he plays the ball back to Suarez for his, watch these skills now. Look at this. R1. Oh, that's beautiful. You'd never see that in PES 2018, so it's going to be good. And once again, they're trying that same ball that they scored off down the channel, and And that's good because that's what a human player would do. You know, you'd if you scored a certain way, you try to exploit that again because you might think it's a weakness in the opposition's tactics or their ability. And you watch Firmino's touch here coming up. Watch this turn now. Look how long it takes him to turn. There, bang. You can't do like a 180 turn like on a dime. You have to actually make sure you've got enough space to actually do that, and that's really good. That's adding more realism to the gameplay. Definitely going to become more of a sim, I think, than an arcade game, and that looks like the way they're going about this. I just hope there's not, you know, it still feels fluid, because I think that's the key with PES. It feels great. You feel like you're full control. I thought with the beta of PES 2018, it was really sluggish. It reminded me of PES 2014, 2015, where you didn't really have the full control. But luckily they turned it around for the full game and created a masterpiece. But you know, that's my only concern, that because it is going to be slower to turn. The Midnight Kid did actually mention that it feels a little less responsive, so I'm hoping it's not going to have too much of a detrimental effect on the play. I noticed if you been looking at the passes, that the amount of power really does affect how fast the ball's pushed into feet. And that pass there that he sort of turned his back on, where he sort of spun around and passed it behind him. If you did that in PES 2018, it would just like produce the most feeble pass ever. It's like your player just couldn't do that, but he could there. So that was good, that actually making that turn and at least trying to play it properly instead of doing a feeble pass. So that was nice to see. You can notice how deep Barcelona are playing, but then as soon as they get the ball, they just this first half I noticed they're just sort of sitting back, countering, and then they'll get players up in attack, and you know, they got what, 3, 4, 5, 6 players up and around their penalty box. So that transition from defense to attack is pretty quick. That brings us to half time. Now what I want you to watch is look in the bottom left hand corner when they kick off, because it tells you what the opposition are playing. Watch this here: tiki-taka, hug the sideline, and gegenpress. So it's no longer called hug the touchline. So that's something new that you might have noticed in the. But you can see that they've changed their style, and where they were sat back in the first half, they're being really, really aggressive and really taking the game to Liverpool, which I think is absolutely great, because that's sort of how you play if you're playing away from home. You sort of soak up the pressure, and then oh, that's a magnificent save. You'd soak up the pressure and then maybe come out in the second half. Certainly keep it quiet in the first 15-20 minutes, and then once you've quietened the crowd, then come out. But you know, Barcelona waited till the second half and then just really gone for it. Again, oh, it's good block there by Van Dijk. And because of the snow, the way it rolls out and then sort of comes to a stop, I think the physics look really, really good for the snow. And I think they've definitely improved the ball physics for this game as well. And that's going to have a big impact on the way you shoot, and with the new shooting mechanic, which is going to be really good. Now I just want to freeze it just here, because it's really important now. If you look at this, look at the amount of power he's putting on this through ball. It's only a little smidgen, but you watch how far this through ball travels. Just look at that. I mean, that would be unheard of. How far that actually travelled. So it looks like they're definitely reducing the accuracy of the through balls. Definitely nerfed it, which is going to be great because it's going to stop those, you know, sort of long through ball spammers that everyone loves to hate. But I just hope that he's still got a bit of control. That's really nice. Nice bit of skill there. Beautiful bit of play. The Midnight Kids did say the that sort of Cruyff turn, the fake shot, is a lot more fluid in PES 2019. And I thought it was pretty good in PES 2018, so be interesting to see what that looks like. You watch this now. Look at the high press from Barcelona. When they get out of field, there's numbers. Watch this now. Watch the press. It's not just one player. They're pushing together as a team with that gegenpress. I think that's brilliant. And the high defensive line. One of the centre backs has just come off, just to cover Firmino, whilst PK was sort of playing as a sweeper. And look at that there. The way the AI just gave away possession. So it looks like they are going to make mistakes, which is great because it's not going to be like ping pong. You know, like basketball. You have a shot, we have a shot. That's a nice little bit of skill. One of the new skill moves being performed. And the flow of this match feels really good as well. You know, it's not just all the... You know, it's not just the human having all the joy. I think that was the best pass to make, but you know, it's not just, like I said, not just the human having all the play or the computer having all the play. It's a nice, fairly balanced. Say maybe Barcelona are shading it, but you'd expect them to. You know, Barcelona. I like the way the AI waits for support and holds the play up. So you saw there Messi just doing a few turns, a few tricks, lays it off. He's trying to wait for some support, but it's not coming. Doesn't help that they're actually playing a more defensive tactic now. And the Midnight Kid's gone all out attack. Bit early, I think, for all out attack, but that's a good chance there by Lallana. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn my sound off so you can hear the new sort of chants in the background that I noticed during this game. Just listen carefully beyond the chatter of the commentators.
You bought, was it Lallana? It wasn't. Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
The man you bought on almost paid you for the substitution.
I've brought up centre forward and all here now.
Pushing hard.
I mean, I didn't notice the chants up until that point, so I don't know if they were going off early and I just didn't notice them because of the commentators. But you know, I thought it was pretty good, and I don't remember hearing that in PES 2018. If they did, I certainly didn't remember it. And they've just had a request come in to ask them to switch it to the broadcast camera. So you're going to get to see that now, and it's exactly the same as PES 2018. Which is a bit of a shame because I would have liked to have seen the zoom camera when it goes into the corner. Actually, not zoom in. I think you might see it here actually. Yeah, here it comes. I just love the way they're so patient. Look at that. He waited for the defender, and that's the sort of thing I'd do. There you go. That's what I don't like. That sort of zoom in. They should have asked Nessa for his input on the camera angles. Beautiful back heel, but see that tackle there? I noticed they get really, really aggressive just trying to close the game out. And they do that. That's the first slide tackle, which could have led to a foul. But there's a few more. I think one's coming up now. Look at this. Look at that. Dives in. You wouldn't have seen that before. And this is beautiful. Look at the way Messi runs off Suarez looking for the return pass for the open goal. You know, in PES 2018, he would have probably just stood still and said, oh, you know, just finish it yourself. But it's good that he's making that sort of run so you can sort of play him in as well. That was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. But that tackle, once again, they're so aggressive. They're like, certainly the last 10 minutes, there's probably about 3 or 4 tackles like that. So that's certainly 2. That's the second one. That's brilliant. The way Messi stays on side, then when he's inactive and he's back on side, he then becomes active and gets involved in the play. Look, the way he stops, lets Suarez take the ball. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Get ready. Here comes another one. Bang. There you go. Another slide tackle. They're just absolutely merciless. And they're so creative. Look at this. He sees the 2 defenders. He's like, oh yeah. Okay, I'll just slide in Suarez. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So the AI being really, really creative there. So yeah. That brings me pretty much to the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and hopefully I pointed some things out you may have missed during watching these games. So yeah, overly, you know, I've been really, really impressed with the gameplay. Look at that, beautiful. In fact, actually, there's one more slide tackle to come. Believe it or not, they're not done with their slide tackles. But this is great from Messi. Just lifts it over the 2 defenders. Suarez, bottom corner, beautiful. I mean, that's the sort of thing that I would do. You wouldn't see the AI doing that. That's brilliant. They're just getting the AI to be more human-like all the time. There you go, bang, another slide tackle. Brilliant as well. Absolutely brilliant. The way he sort of bent his leg around to win the ball. Anyway, that brings me to the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and if you like my content, then please subscribe. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.